Alright, PK here. Today I'm doing a commentary on PK's Retro Reviews Episode 4, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the NES collection. I'm also going to do an update on everything that's been going on with me as far as why I haven't been putting out a lot of videos. I mean, if you've seen my last video, you'll kind of know why. First I bought a house, so pretty excited about that. Me and my bride-to-be, we got a house, and we're moving in next month, so that'll be really exciting. I'm really excited about setting up my game room. That's going to be awesome. I mean, I'm definitely at some point going to do like a game room tour once I get that all set up and ready to go. I've even boxed some of my games, actually. Mostly the disc-based ones yet. I'm still kind of working on it. I got a lot of boxes going for that, so pretty exciting stuff. Right now, I've been also very busy, and not only am I working full-time 5 days a week, but then I'm going to college 2 days a week. I actually was accepted to DePaul University in Chicago, and I've been commuting there back and forth for the last month or two. So that's quite a trek, believe it or not. So, very happy with the education I've been getting so far. It's been really great. I joined the Air Force at 18, literally left the day after graduation, so I never got to go to college. So to have the opportunity to go to a university like this and get a great education has been really awesome. So been really happy about that. But it's taken up a lot of my time. I mean, I probably spend 2 hours of my day on a train, and then another probably like 40 to 50 minutes walking, because I have to walk from the metro station to school, so after I get off the train. But on the bright side, though, it's been really good exercise, that's for sure. I don't have any days off basically anymore, so yeah, between going to school full-time and working full-time, so that's why I haven't been making a lot of videos by any means. And I do actually have a future video planned in the next couple of days. Hopefully I get that done. I don't know exactly what it's going to be about yet. I am taking a class called Ethics in Computer Games and Cinema, and what's nice is my presentation can consist. That was my phone. My presentation can consist of a video, so I'm definitely going to make a YouTube video for that. So and it can be about a video game, so definitely that'll I'm gonna post to YouTube. So if you see that and you're like, what the heck is this? Well, that's what that's about. I hope everybody had a great Valentine's Day and Friday the 13th, respectfully. I do live in Crystal Lake, Illinois, so I think it's kind of funny, people are like, oh, you live in Crystal Lake, that's where Jason's at, right? Or whatever. Yeah, I'm like, funny. I actually, in fact, made reference to it in a paper that I wrote for my Ethics in Computer Games and Cinema paper, actually. That was on, it was in reference to Kantian theory, actually. But here nor there. Anyways, the reason I decided to do a commentary on my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles video was because a couple YouTubers, their YouTube channel is called True and Honest. They're doing this thing on YouTube called the Red Swayze Challenge. I found it out, I believe Buried on Mars actually is the one who I found it out about from. I guess many YouTubers are doing this. Basically, the Red Swayze Challenge is when you play the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as just Raphael. Just Raphael. You can't play as any of the other turtles. You can still get pizza and still, drive the turtle van, but you can only play as Raphael, which I thought was very interesting because even though he is definitely, without question, my favorite turtle, he probably has he's probably the worst guy to play as, honestly, just because his attacks are so short-ranged, which really makes the game much more difficult. But that is quite an interesting challenge. So shout out to True and Honest. Great channel so far of the videos I've seen, and anyways, that's why I decided, oh yeah, let's do a commentary on the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles NES games. Anyhow, what can I say about the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles NES game? Honestly, it's one of those games that the first time I ever, I remember playing it as a kid and had a pretty good time playing it, but I remember it being pretty darn difficult, and I never loved it as much as I loved Turtles 2, the arcade game. But I have to say, this is a game, as time has gone on, I've actually come to really appreciate a lot more. I remember the first time I saw the Angry Video Game Nerd video of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on NES, and I thought, oh my gosh, he's really right. This was kind of a really hard game, and had a lot of cheapness to it. But as time has gone on, I've become much more and more fonder of this game. Honestly, it's really kind of unique for its time. You know what I mean? And again, I made comparisons to Zelda 2 and this, which is also another game I've actually kind of become more fond of over time the more I've played it. What can I say about this video other than I shot it in standard definition, which looking back now I would have shot it in 720. Interesting the time that I'd made this as well. I was this is before I moved in with my bride-to-be. I was living at home, and I had just gotten out of the Air Force, and I was living with my parents for a few months, and this is their basement, actually. Yeah, I was living in my parents' basement again, which you think, oh man, life must have been easy. Oh gosh, it's like, it's tough, to be on your own for almost 10 years, and it's tough to be on your own for about 10 years, and all of a sudden you're living with your parents temporarily. It's weird. You don't know how to react to it. Yeah, I was very happy to I love my parents. I love them to death, honestly, but it was time to leave, when it was I probably stayed a little longer than I should have, but everything worked out for a reason, In fact, I guess this is basically this was the home of where PK's Retro Reviews started, This was like I said, this was the fourth video I made, and I couldn't decide what of the 4 Ninja Turtles games I wanted to review, so I decided to review all of them at once because I didn't think anybody had ever really done that. So I thought, well, that's what I'm going to do. Looking back now on it, I would have reviewed them all separately. It was just way overwhelming, and it was so hard to do this. I would never try to review 4 games at once. Again, that's insane. It takes so much work, and you try to compare all these games to each other. And the first 2 I knew more about. I'd played more. I grew up playing those. The third one I hardly knew anything about, but I have to say it's a fun game and added a lot of great stuff to it. And and honestly, if any of you have watched the original video, which I hope you have, you'll notice that that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters for the NES, I kind of just phoned that one in. Honestly, the audio is really bad, and it just did not come out very well. And that's another game. Like I've played it, the more I've played it, to be honest, the more I start to really like it. And again, it was probably one of the most unique games for the NES, and it came out later in the lifespan. And of course, I've always mentioned, I got it for like $13 or $14 or whatever I got it for. Honestly, I don't remember anymore. It was, even at that time, it was pretty, it was like a $50 game, at the time, when I bought it, and now it's like, just for a loose copy, it's like $120, and it's unbelievable how much that game is. That's one of those games I'll never sell. I honestly, I don't care if I have to sell all my other games. I wouldn't sell that one, or any of the Ninja Turtles ones for that matter. I've just been a huge Ninja Turtles fan for such a long time. Ever since I was a little kid. I mean, heck, it's probably the reason I like pizza so much too. I think it's a lot of kids who are adults now who are our age probably like pizza, and they just have no idea why. It's kind of sad to see how Pizza Hut's really kind of gone downhill as far as quality, I think, honestly. I remember as a little kid absolutely loving Pizza Hut, but maybe that was just my nostalgia for it or something. I don't know. And it's like, that's one thing that's been wonderful about living in the Chicago suburbs is, there's so many pizza places. Oh my gosh, there's Moretti's, Lou Molinati's, Giordano's, Papa Savario's. There's just so many great pizza places, and seriously, you could. I feel like I could literally go to every pizza place, you know, every day and still not go to them all. I mean, maybe I'm exaggerating, but there's a lot. There's a lot of pizza places in the Chicago area. So, yeah, I absolutely, yeah, I love pizza. What can I say? Yeah, as a kid, I never actually beat. I could always beat Krang, but then I'd get to Shredder, and I would be just like so bogged down in lives that I literally could never beat the Shredder, especially when there was two of them. That was, yeah. And you know, some of this gameplay actually, I used my old. I remember I used my old clone system actually on one or two of them, so you can see like a difference in like the video quality later on. But this was I have no idea how I'm supposed to do 20 minutes of commentary on this. This is crazy. I don't know what I was thinking, honestly. I mean, what kind of... Oh, wow. Oh, wow, you know, I just noticed there's my little Sonic figure in my Sega CD box in the background. I don't even have that shelf anymore, actually. That shelf broke, honestly. It was one of those cheap quality Walmart shelves. Oh, man, that was just not quality. The one I have now is much better. Of course, I think when I build my new game room, I'm actually going to build some shelves for it, so that'll be great. I just can't wait to get everything set up. It's going to be so much better. You know, it's just so... yeah, living in an apartment compared to living in a house is completely different. One of the downsides to living in an apartment is I live in a downstairs apartment, so the neighbors upstairs, you can hear them every single time they walk, and it drives me and my fiance absolutely nuts. Oh wow, I just noticed the old PK's Retro Reviews logo in the background on the PS3. That was actually my PS3 screen. Yeah, I wonder, like, when I first made that logo, what was I thinking on the color choices? I definitely would have went a totally different direction on that. Yeah, and I want something. I do like the Blade Runner letters, and I'll definitely keep those forever as far as my logo goes. But yeah, you know, it's weird to think about like how much when I first started collecting, you know, in 2012, like compared to how much I've like significantly gone down. You know, that's one thing is when you first start collecting, you know, you just want to get your hands on every kind of game you can get, and then when you start and you get more of what you want, you kind of like, it's kind of, sometimes it can be kind of hard to stay motivated on collecting, you know, and then you get certain like collecting, it's like, okay, I'm only going to collect for this system, or I'm going to try to like collect for more for this system, and you just get so distracted so easy, especially me. I'm like, I swear sometimes I think I have like undiagnosed ADD sometimes, because I'm kind of like, oh, what's that? You know, I do that so much, you know, and it's like I am so easily distracted. It's unbelievable, you know, whether it's by, you know, and that's one thing, you know, I used to make this is a great example of a very long review that I've made, you know, and more often than not, my last couple of reviews have been pretty short, and the reason they've been short is because it kind of dawned on me one day, and is that people have very, very short attention spans. I mean, who wants to sit, you know, if I can sit through a 5-minute review over a 13-minute review, yeah, I'm going to go with the 5-minute review any day of the week, you know. In fact, that's one thing I discussed with Joe of Joe Goes Retro. I told him I like the fact that his videos are so short as far as reviews go, just because people have a short attention span, you know, and that's so true, you know, and so more, yeah, so from, yeah, most of my reviews are pretty short for that very reason, is because I know, you know, I'd rather, at the end of the day, I'd rather watch a video that's 3 to 5 minutes than watch a video that's, you know, 12 to 16 minutes. It's just too long. I mean, you know, people have so many things to do in life as it is, and you know, honestly, I would love to watch every single YouTuber that I'm subscribed to. I really would. I wish I had the time and the effort, you know, or, you know, could make that kind of time. I just can't, you know, there's too many things to do and too many things to be doing, you know, or other things I might want to watch, you know, and I get, stuff falls the wayside, you know. It's like if I see that, oh, there's a short video, I'm gonna watch that in a heartbeat, absolutely. As far as like videos I have going on, I have a couple of videos planned besides my my project for school, but that I don't know when I'm going to do them, but I'm going to do them at some point. I really liked doing that five games that need an HD remake video. I had such a great time doing that, and I want to like take that to another level. Definitely, I had actually recorded all the gameplay for a new video I plan to do at some point, and that's five NES games that need an HD remake, and I thought that'll be really interesting. Maybe I could do like a sequel to it, like 5 more NES games or something, or or 6 NES games. I don't know how I would do that, but I already know which ones they are. I already have the video game footage recorded, so. And then I was actually, my next PK's retro review was going to be a Donkey Kong for the Game Boy, which I think is just an absolutely fantastic port of Donkey Kong. I think it's my favorite version of Donkey Kong by far, and it actually introduced the Mario vs. Donkey Kong series. It was kind of like the prelude to that, so that makes it a pretty important and special game. Also, a very good friend of mine, Cliff Caldveer, I gave him a Game Boy Advanced SP, and I gave him that game actually before he deployed to the desert. It was like the last time I actually saw him in person. Actually, he since has gotten out of the military, but and he's like me, he's going to college, but I thought, it's like if I was, that I thought, that was a game that like meant something to him, something that was like personally important to him. I also gave him the game Silkworm for the NES as well, because that was a game he grew up playing as a kid. So I thought, what, there's a guy, this means more to him than it means to me. So yeah, so I ended up giving him that stuff before he left, or should I say before I left, because I ended up leaving. I can't remember if he deployed first or I left first. I don't remember, honestly. But anyways, yeah, so because it was kind of a weird time in my life, because obviously I was getting out of the military, and but anyways, it's always great. The only downside was I didn't find that game for probably over a year, at a reasonable price. It was always like, well, somebody wants something stupid crazy for that game, but even though it's an awesome game, it's very worth the money. But yeah, anyways, yeah, so eventually I plan to do a review of that. I actually have all the game footage of that recorded. I just needed to like write a script or some, it's kind of like some of my videos are kind of like Hollywood videos in the sense that there is no script and I'm totally making stuff up as I go along. You'd be surprised how many movies that they were like literally making the script as the day went on, kind of thing, in Hollywood videos from things I've learned. But yeah. Oh, here's the footage of Tournament Fighters. What an awesome game. And look how good this game looks. I think the sprites for Tournament Fighters actually looks better than any other Ninja Turtles game on the NES, honestly. This was like, can you imagine if like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game, had sprites like that? That would have been incredible, honestly. I mean, the Ninja Turtles, I think they look really sharp in this, to be honest. Actually, recently I got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4-pack for the videos, or the DVDs of, there's like a DVD 4-pack at Walmart you can buy for like, I think it's like $12.99 or something like that. And I actually watched the last Turtles movie, before this Michael Bay thing, but that I don't wish to talk about. But anyways, it actually wasn't too bad, kind of forgot how actually that was pretty decent in comparison to other things that have come out. But this was a really fun review to make, that's for damn sure. I had a great time making this, and I can't say enough, and I just want to thank everybody who watches my channel. You guys have no idea how much this means. And I want to thank everybody also who's subscribed to my channel, and definitely to the people who subscribed to my channel and watched my last video knowing I was going on hiatus and still subscribed anyways, God bless you all. You guys are amazing. I could never say enough about how wonderful you guys are. So I just want thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it, and thanks for watching, and keep on gaming, and check out my other videos if you get a chance. Anyways, thanks again for watching.